Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the latest edition of Lowdown Entertainment. I am your host, Joe Adams. Along with me, my partner in crime, Mr. Bear Slosher. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good, bud. How are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. We have to start off again with some more bad news. I'm sorry.
Every week?
Every week.
Nonstop. So tonight's episode of Lowdown Entertainment is going to be dedicated to our good friend Gary Lurch, and his father passed away on Thursday, and his services are tomorrow. His father passed away last Thursday. So Gary Lurch Sr., this episode's for you, sir. And with that, another driver passed away this week, a modified guy, asphalt mod driver, Tony Hanbury. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Lurches and the Hanbury family.
Absolutely. God bless him.
Yes, sir.
So, it seems like you said every week we seem to start off the show.
It's all the time.
With condolences. So, Tara Rochelle is in the house. She says hi. Tara may or may not have a vested interest in this show tonight. We have some fun things happening here. There's actually a couple things added to the lineup.
Yeah.
In addition to what we put out yesterday for a press release, obviously we do have the Ringo's Rocket. Flying Ryan Godown is going to be joining us. Ryan did pick up a $15,000 win at the Jack Rich Incorporated Cold Cracker 72 on Sunday. Did a great run.
Question, quick. Why
yes.
is it the 72?
I be honest with you, I have no idea.
Okay.
It used to be a hundo, I think.
Oh.
Back in the day.
I just
Correct
figured
me if
it
I'm
was
wrong.
started in 72. I have no
Let's
idea.
go with that.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have not noticed, it feels like the camera's like right on our nose, and we have an abundance of light in front of
Yeah.
us.
The camera's going to get adjusted here in a minute.
Yeah, and we're going to have to adjust that because we cannot see our sponsors behind us here on the telly.
Yeah.
With that being said, also joining us tonight, speaking of Big Diamond, is Kevan Schaeffer, our very good friend from the Dog Pound, very popular group of men and women at the Big Diamond Speedway that just raise a ton of money, and they just give back to the drivers for
Nothing wrong with that.
various things. It's not just it doesn't all just go to the winner. They have various different categories of things we got going on there. So Kevin's going to get us up to speed with the amount of, you're going to be blown away by the amount of money they handed out this year.
$1.7 billion.
There's somewhere in there. And a very, very, very special guest tonight that I would rather have you introduce, because this has been your guy.
Yeah.
For a very long
40
time.
years.
So please take it away, my friend.
Joining us in-house tonight. He's never been, I don't know if he's been on the show. Well, we've interviewed him at the house and stuff like that through YouTube and stuff, but he'll be with us on the panel here in a little while. Mr. Ronnie Dunstan, my hero.
Ronnie Dunstan in the house.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Glenn is here also.
Yeah, Mumsy's back there.
Mumsy's here. Before we get kicked off too much here,
Tara says, hi, Mama.
As you can see, sporting the green.
For crying out loud.
Now, I got to explain some stuff here. First of all, I walk into a very, very hostile environment here. I think my tires got slashed. I've had death threats. And there is bodily injury threatened to this as well. So what we have here is me coming into the bear den, and they are all star people. So I've always said, like with racers, you're only as good as your last race. And with NFL football teams, you're only as good as your last football game. And my team played in the last football game, which was the Super Bowl.
Your team.
The team I don't own it. The team I root for. And so I'm just going to leave that at that. Go Birds.
Good. Leave it at that. But I would like to commend the NFL on one thing.
They worked with us this week.
They are all right.
They worked with us.
They said,
really
we won't do kickoff till you guys' show is over. So that's cool.
Yeah, they gave us an extra 20 minutes. The game is going to kick off at 8:20 tonight. We're going to wrap up at 8. So this is perfect.
It's legit.
So it took some phone calls.
Yeah.
It took a little bit of bending, but we got them to work with us.
Hey, we're back.
So
thanks to
we're
our
good.
audio technician, video girl.
Thank you so much.
CEO.
She is the bestest.
She's dropping some stuff on us this week. We got schedules. We got shared things and
The Lowdown Entertainment family has grown this week.
it has.
We have some new family members that we're going to be announcing very soon. We're very much looking forward to working with these young men and women. So it's going to be a good time. So you're going to see a little bit more of a social media online presence.
3.5 years ago, you said I got an idea.
It's
now
true.
we got a freaking village.
Yeah. We're an LLC, bro.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say that.
I don't know either. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Cheryl Bowers, it has been a while. Thanks for tuning in. We miss you guys at the track.
Yes, Cheryl, good to see you. Deuce Race Fan, got your back, homie. Thanks, Deuce. Solid, man.
Oh, another Eagles
Go Birds.
cat. Okay. Ronnie, who you cheering for tonight?
Anybody.
Right.
He says anybody.
Hey,
Tara says, wow, you better call security. I'm not safe here. If I blink twice rapidly, I need
I'm
help.
going to stick my pen in your eye.
It's fine. You've done that before.
So you've been to some racetracks lately.
I have.
I've been to some racetracks lately.
Yeah.
We've been busy. That's why we haven't been on.
We have been very busy. And, we never go to racetracks together. And I'm so
There's a
thankful
reason
for
for that.
Yes.
We tried that once.
Yeah, that didn't work out well.
No. Security. So where you been?
I've been spending a lot of time at Grandview Speedway. And I have to tell you, I've taken in about 4 or 5 shows down there the past few weeks. And
Congrats on your top 3 Eagles.
I'm going to get to him.
Yeah, I know. I
he
got
needs
him
to
here
relax.
too. I got him here too.
He and I, we started out really good in a conversation today, a text conversation. We started out really, really well. And he even said, man, we had 10 texts back and forth and everything's fine. I said, yeah, and it's about to end right now. And then he gets assy. And then I have to end it.
Well, our
And it's always his
conversation
fault.
started well this morning, didn't it?
It did. That usually ends pretty bad too. But ours came back. Him and mine never
Ours
came
don't.
back.
Oh, okay.
So I must say this about Grandview Speedway, and I'm not a paid spokesperson or anything like that, but it is some of the best racing I have seen anywhere. From the drop of the first initial green of the night to the very last checkered flag. The heats are fantastic. The track has been amazing. The features are fantastic. There's a lot of passing. You go to Grandview, their handicapping system is very unique. If you win, some people start up front and win. It happens, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys coming from the back, and I don't mean from 5th on forward. They're coming from 15th, 16th.
I heard this about Grandview, and I laugh. Track surface sucks, and there ain't no passing.
I heard that too.
Let me introduce you to a kid named Colin Cox. Passed 200 cars this year.
That's documented. That is a very real thing.
Yeah.
That is a very, very real thing.
Yeah, so figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know what race they're watching.
I don't know either, but I heard the same thing about Diamond, and let me tell you, I was there a few weeks ago. There's passing.
Yeah.
So I don't know where these people are watching or looking, but they ought to look at the back and watch that red 59 rocket ship come to the front.
That young man
Every
passes
single
a lot of
week.
cars. Holy crap. And I got to spend some time with those guys. Always good to hang out with the 59 crew. Very, very good group of people.
Absolutely.
Richie Rich is a little questionable.
I got to hang out with Richie Rich this last weekend, too, at Kokomo.
I heard at Kokomo, at the SmackDown.
Yep. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. Also hit up Big Diamond on Sunday. Huge shout out to my good friends, Jeff Merkel, Merck, and Meredith.
Did you eat good?
I'm telling you, one of the most overwhelming things I've ever seen in my life is the food spread at the Dog Pound for the Coal Cracker.
I heard they had more chicken than Colonel Sanders.
I told you that on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
There was walking tacos. There was chicken. There was Coney Island hot dogs to die for.
I heard they were awesome.
Just
I didn't get any. Nobody brought me anything.
no, you weren't getting nothing. That stuff was too good to share. Stuff was way too good.
Eddie Strada came from 13th. Right. Case in point.
True story. Yeah, congratulations, Eddie Strada.
How about
he's
it?
been knocking on the door. Great young man, super, super nice young guy. So props to him. And we will touch upon this Big Diamond / dog pound stuff a little bit more when Kevan Schaeffer comes on. But I will say this. These young men at the dog pound do so much work and put so much effort into their season. If you ever get the Big Diamond, stop by the dog pound, buy some decals, buy some T-shirts, buy some merch from them, because all that money goes back into what they've got going on.
Where can you find a dog pound?
They're usually set up back along the tree line all the way at the back of the parking lot. When you come down the lane to get in, you just head to the left.
Okay.
Right along the tree line.
Because I was there a few weeks ago, and I stayed in the pits the whole time. It's just my thing, but
right.
I wouldn't have known where to go check them out.
Right. Got to do it. Heather Ero's in the house. Carl Horning's in the house.
He said
Edward Stout's in the house. Yeah, he did.
Good morning. Guess he's a night shifter.
No, I think he works for the Boyertown Area School District.
Well, maybe he's working at night.
Well, he goes to night school then.
Yeah.
There you have it. So that's that.
Yeah.
So how was SmackDown?
Man, if you've never been to Kokomo, they call it Indiana's baddest bull ring. And it truly is. It's small. You have 50 freaking sprint cars showing up, and 40 of them can win. You know what I mean?
That's a real thing.
It's tough to beat JG, even when he only has 1 foot.
Mm-hmm.
But like the racing is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like Grandview, honestly. You know, with the heat races, it doesn't matter where you start.
Mm-hmm.
You can work your way through the front. You could run the high, the middle, the low groove, whatever. 3-4 wide racing, and SmackDown's 3 straight nights of that.
Yeah.
Everything, points accumulate towards Saturday, and that's how you start your mains and whatnot. And like the top 18 are locked in, but it's always good time.
Right.
Sucked big time for Briggs Danner, our hometown kid. Led but 39 of 40.
Ooh.
And just tripped over the cushion. And
yeah,
he said, you know what? I effed up.
He did, but he also tried to save his equipment and the other person's equipment, and it bit him. What he did was kind of heroic. So
yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It's Arrow.
It is Arrow. That is my bad. Thank you, Squeezer.
Jesus, third place.
Billy Esterly in the house. Billy, you know what? It was fantastic to see you too, man. Always a pleasure to hang out with you and shake your hand.
I'm going to tell you, we went to IRP and saw the midgets run.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that day,
you had a big day.
We went to Indianapolis Motor Speedway to the new museum, which if you've been to the old museum, get ready for a real treat, because you walk in, you don't think you're in the same building. You walk through the same front doors,
right?
And the second you're inside, it's completely different, and it is amazing. They did a great job.
Beautiful.
On it. After that, we went over to IRP, and for $30, you can watch NHRA testing, go get a steak at Texas Roadhouse, come back and watch the midgets at night, all on the same ticket.
Not a bad day.
Not a bad day.
You got some excellent footage of Tony Stewart.
We got to hang out with Smoke and got to hang out with his pop, Nelson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there was a few other celebs there, but we're not going to talk about that. Got to go right up to the start line, and it's just overwhelming what we got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
made a little YouTube video. Check us out.
Yeah. Hop on over there to YouTube. Barry has the luxury. Barry knows pretty much everybody, and he has the luxury of getting into places that most people do not have access to. So
act like you own it.
Yeah. So we're very, very proud to have him on our team, to be honest with you. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So that was just nuts. We may have an NHRA feller calling in next week prior to coming to Keystone National. Well, I don't know what they call it anymore at Maple Grove. But,
I'm not a drag guy at all, so I don't know what
that's still pending.
It's a huge event, though.
But congratulations to Smoke on getting the championship.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Major.
It is major.
For a guy that has not been going straight for a very long time, he kind of did that somewhat early in his career.
Yeah, the wife said, I'm going to have a kid. Take my car.
Yeah, just go race.
Okay.
He's like, all right.
He dropped like 80 pounds. He looks good.
Yeah.
Another one of the biggest highlights of the week was meeting our new Australian friends, Troy Carey and his wife, Anna, who is a horse barrel racer down there in Australia. New Wales, I think. I think that's what it's called. Awesome people welcomed us into their camp all weekend. We did 3 nights of videos, in-car footage and whatnot in their shop, like doing car prep every morning and washing the car. And we even had the chance, Reese O'Connor let us sit in the infield at SmackDown at Kokomo and do a live interview with them for 20 minutes while they held track prep up for us.
That was amazing that Reese did that.
Yeah, the O'Connors are awesome,
very nice
awesome people.
Yeah, you definitely made some friends there, and they just happen to be Aussie friends. So
Yeah.
we're kind of international now, so to speak.
Yeah, they're sharing our stuff, I guess, on the other side of the pond, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And our YouTube subscribers went up almost by 100 already.
That's
So,
amazing.
We appreciate that. We're close to hitting our goal of 1,000. So
Yeah.
head on over to our YouTube channel and give us a subscription. It
Please
doesn't
do.
cost anything. It's free.
Doesn't
Just click
cost
the button
anything.
that says subscribe.
Subscribe. Tickle that little bell icon there a little bit because that'll keep you up to date on whenever Barry posts some new stuff on there. And the stuff I got to take a second here to thank you because the stuff you have been posting has just been phenomenal.
Thank you.
The drag racing stuff, the drone footage is just unbelievable. What you got going on there right now? The drone was quite an ingenious addition to the fleet.
Yeah, it's fun. When I'm not crashing it, it's fun.
Well, keep it away from the water.
Yeah, there's no water in Indiana.
You would find a way to screw it up, though. There's a way.
Yeah. No, it's all good. We appreciate Troy and Anna, letting us invade their space all weekend.
What a shot you got from inside his cockpit. You cannot get any closer to what a driver actually sees in that YouTube video than anywhere else.
Yeah,
it's just
good,
amazing.
Good footage. Especially when the camera explodes at the end.
Yeah, it took a shot. Barry has sacrificed a lot of GoPros doing this gig here.
A 410 cubic inch motor at Kokomo is throwing dirt back at you at a terribly high rate of speed.
Yeah. That Kokomo place, I've never been there, obviously, but she's grippy. Man.
Stand you right up.
Fun fact about this Australian friend that you just made. He started his rookie season at the age of 50.
Yeah. Yeah, not long ago.
Unbelievable. Yeah, he's only, like 56 or something like that now?
Yeah, he wasn't too old.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he was a bull rider.
He was a bull rider.
That sounds dumb.
You go from one thing that can totally kick your ass to another thing that can totally kick your ass.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of kicking ass, let's talk about the squeezer guy for a second. Joe Geezer Finelli. So, I thought it was a misprint.
Where's the 1?
Yeah.
The 3.
Yeah. No, our good buddy Geezer Finelli finished at a very impressive third last night and at Shellhammer Raceway. So
he's knocking on the door.
He is. And what's really cool about it is he led for like 10 laps. He led with only a few to go. Picked up the lead at around lap 12. Led to, I believe, lap 22. And just faltered a little bit and let 2 guys get by him there. He actually was in second on the last lap. And, it happens. Racing's tough there at Shelley's.
And
it
happens
gotta be
quick.
It happens real quick.
You can't misstep for a second.
It's only an eighth of a mile track, man. You got to keep moving.
Yeah, we're super proud of you, bud.
Yeah, we are, man. Seriously, he's going to get the victory.
Put the work in. They put the work in every freaking week.
Yeah, yeah. He has an all female pit crew that just they're an amazing group of people.
Yeah,
it's just awesome. So, hats off to the entire G team. We're very, very proud.
Not
of them.
often we give props.
No, especially to him.
But I got to give props to my buddy BJ Womble, 2-time Oswego New York State Compact champion.
That's no joke.
Yeah.
That's a tough gig up there.
Yep. Good for him, man.
Marie Beasley says Sheldon just announced his departure from Stenhouse. Yeah, we did get word on that a little bit earlier. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
Marie, we appreciate you. So things get mixed up here a little bit.
Talk a little bit about what we got coming up.
Please do.
This Saturday, well, it rained all freaking spring and the beginning of summer. And then we went into another drought.
Mm-hmm.
And now this weekend looks like rain again. But
it does.
Let's hope not, because we got some plans.
Mm-hmm.
Ace is the place, Geese. Should be on behind us soon.
Yeah, should be rolling up on the screen there momentarily.
Saturday, Anthony's going to break out the 600 again for the first time in quite some time. We're going to go up to Hamlin.
He hasn't raced since he won.
Correct. He's got one 600 feature under his belt, and it's a win.
Not too shabs.
I think we should just sell.
Get out while it's good yet.
Yeah. Yep. It's a winner.
So where are you heading to on Saturday to race?
Hamlin. They also have a big slingshot event up there that weekend. It's called the Nifty 50. So, yeah. Then Sunday, we run Evergreen. It's Mallory Kutz's.
This is a big one. Yeah.
Tribute to her sister, Jennifer. Jennifer's been going for 10 years now. It's a memorial race. And I got something really, I think, pretty cool planned for them guys with the drone and some GoPro stuff.
Look at this here. Miss Motorsports, Michaela Kohler. Little Miss and I say hello from Port.
Yeah,
so she is out of Port Royal. Thank you so much
Royal.
for tuning in,
How's
Michaela.
the weather up there? Give us a weather update.
Give us a weather update, honey. We would appreciate that.
And thanks for taking the camera to Phoenixville last night. That's awesome.
Michaela's awesome. I got to hang out with her again on Sunday.
She ain't bragging about it.
I know she's not. We had a lot of fun. We pick on each other relentlessly. There may or may not be a photo of me choking her out.
Jesus.
So
outstanding.
It's a truth thing. No, she's a great person.
Good so far from Port.
Good.
Good deal.
Good.
Have a great time.
Yes, and drive home safely, please.
God's country up there.
I love Port Royal.
Watch those state cops. They're
Yeah, this guy knows.
Yeah. And then, so we got Jen's Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
And then next weekend, Mrs. Bear and I got some stuff going on. The week after, Anthony's taking the 600 out again to Hamlin.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be the end of the year, I would think, for us.
Right.
And then at the end of the month, I was invited to Orville for the 3rd annual Bird Boys Racing Microstock Classic. So
now
we're going to attend that.
What constitutes a bird boy? Is that their last name? Oh, okay.
B-U-R-D.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a
Not
thing.
like Go Birds.
Yeah,
No.
because I just
Different.
wanted to put that out there on the camera. 8:20 tonight.
Yeah, kickoff.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at my high school, there right down the street in Whitehall, Saquon's getting inducted in the Hall of Fame.
How friggin' sweet is that?
Going to be nuts there in Whitehall.
That is going to be
tomorrow
nuts. Saquon is just a beast.
He is.
And he plays for not Dallas.
The Mets.
So
he is the center fielder for the Mets.
Michaela said I wanted to give it to Cody to bring it, but she forgot. So she's
fail.
Yeah. Way to fail the mission there.
Yep.
I gave her a new name. Mark Kayla.
Mark Kayla.
Yeah.
They have one of them already.
She didn't.
That's Mark Kohler.
Yeah. She didn't like that.
It's all good.
Yeah. But it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fun.
So what do we got? What do you got coming up? When's the Sixer? It's got to be coming soon, no?
The Freedom 76er will be coming up. I believe that is the 19th and 20th.
September?
Yeah, I made the checks already. And, sorry, Mike Feltenberger's calling me right now. Sorry, Mike.
He didn't check our calendar.
He did not. He did not check the new calendar situation that we have. We love Mike. Mike gives us a recap from Shelley's every Thursday. And
bright and early.
He is an early riser. And he also gives us a Grandview recap on Sunday mornings, too. He even gets up early on a Sunday. So we really appreciate everything that Mike does for us. Mm-hmm. Great guy, great announcer, great photographer. He does everything. He announces. He's a photographer.
He's
an official
man at the indoor shows.
Oh, he'll get brought into officiating duties at Grandview Speedway every now and again too. He does the live TV broadcast for RCN when they're in there. They're in there like half a dozen times a year. He does.
Really?
That.
They still do the live from in there? Mm. That's cool. I used to like that when I was a kid, but I don't get those channels anymore. So.
Yeah, they're out.
I didn't know that was still a thing. That's very cool.
Kathy Green says, "Hi guys, Kathy Green. Hello to you.
Hello, Kathy Green.
Kathy Green, congratulations on a great run last night.
You guys deserve it.
Yes. Please send our love to Sally as well. Kathy and Sally keep that whole deal floating.
Clearly.
Yeah. Geezer's just...
He steers it.
Yeah. He's just along for the ride. So... No, but as I was saying, yeah, Mike does a fantastic job. We
No, I
appreciate
heard
everything he's doing.
something knocking. I wasn't
So
sure
did
what
I.
that
I
noise
didn't
was.
know what that was either.
Hey, Dunstan, what are you doing over there?
You know what? He was bouncing his leg.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
His rusty
Yeah.
hip.
Somebody from Lowdown Entertainment said, hello, guys. So somebody.
Hello.
It's like saying, Mark Moore in the house. Hello, Mark. How are you?
There he is.
Huge congratulations for Dylan Swinehart winning a couple weeks ago.
More racing.
Yes, more racing. Unbelievable. So very happy for that.
It's Mike Feldenberger.
For that crew right there.
We're on the air, Mike.
Hi, Mike. That's why I did not take your phone call right now. Yeah, so I went into the pits after Dylan's win. And I can't even express this here. The smile on Jim's face, Jimbo's gutters, Mark's father. The smile on his face was worth the price of admission that night.
Yep.
He said, I just never thought I'd be standing in victory lane at a big track. And he said, here I am. He was so happy. So
they have gone through so much. In the last several years of trying at Grandview.
Yeah.
And Mark had a great run at Diamond the way it looked.
Oh yeah. 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 Grandview's not for the faint of heart. Bobby Bartman in the house. Great to see you on Sunday, Big A. Bobby, always a pleasure to see you, my man. I'm glad I got a chance to get over there and talk to you and hang out with you for a minute. Bobby's one of the OGs on the fire crew that helps at Grandview Speedway and Big Diamond Speedway.
Thank you for your service.
Absolutely, man. He's been around for a long time. He knows what he's doing. Hi, ladies and gentlemen and Twizzlers. Hello, Missy. It's so good to see you, honey. I miss you. I haven't seen you for a long time.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Kathy
says, we were cheering as much as we could for sure. Thanks. Can't wait to see you soon. Yes. Always look forward to hanging out with you guys. And Geezer sent an LM, lowercase a, capital O. And this is where the beef starts with me and him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wonders why I mistreat him. Although, and we're getting very close to getting Ryan onto the line here, but I have to tell you this.
I'm on the line right now.
I've had several, and what I mean by several is probably 6 or 7 people inquiring with me over the past, 2 or 3 weeks. Like, you have not picked on Geezer for a while on Facebook, and we really missed that. So people have been planting seeds for sure. So there may be something coming up with this whole Freedom 76 thing here. And there may be something coming up here with this whole Geezer thing that we can get something going with him and pick on him a little bit. Not that I would ever do that.
So you running the Freedom 76?
No.
That'd be something.
Huh? No, he should run the Freedom 76.
Yeah. The night before they have, the 38er?
As Carolyn Ager said, Grandview is a different animal. That is very true. Wally Gilbert says Grandview Speedway has a Freedom 76 on the 19th and 20th, Freedom 38ers on the 19th.
Right, I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to call Mr. Ryan Godown.
Let's see what Flying Ryan has to do. So should I just talk the entire time? Okay. Just make sign language. You know what? I should just hold up the Eagles symbol right here. I see there's a pillow right over there on the couch with a star. Do you see that, Glenna? Are you an Eagles fan? Glenna's an Eagles fan. Don't try to cop out on me here. Missy is pulled into a million Twizzler pieces. Got to be everywhere and do everything. Miss you guys also. Well, Missy, why do you have so many things going on? What is going on? You have way too much stuff happening in your life here. You need to relax and listen to LDE Live right now for a couple hours and just chill out for a minute. And we missed. Now he's complaining about the Eagles on the phone.
You're not an Eagles fan, right? Thank God.
He's not an Eagles fan?
No, he's not.
Tell him the interview's been canceled.
He's a Broncos
fan. We're wrapping up the whole show here. We're done now. Yeah. Harry says Cowboys win by 6. Ugh. Jeez. Mike said he played an accordion version of the national anthem, went over greatly. I didn't even know there was such a thing. He says it right there. I swear to God. Oh, man.
All right, Joe. Joining us live on the phone is a good friend, the Ringo's Rocket, Mr. Ryan Godown. How are you, sir?
Sir.
What is happening, Ryan? Good to see you, man. I stopped by to talk to you on Sunday, but you were not down at your pit. You were floating around there a little bit, so I'm sorry I missed you. But congratulations on the win, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't leave too much, but I must have just missed you.
Yeah.
You probably saw him coming. And
That's
left.
probably what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, see you later.
Yeah. Ryan, I got to tell you, Big Diamond has been very good to you this year. You took a little bit of cash out of that place for sure.
Yeah, and we weren't even there. I mean, we kind of sucked there the first 2 weeks. I think we went there twice in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And we're pretty terrible. And then just thought about it all summer. You know, we didn't really run right side all year. So,
Correct.
you know, we just thought about it and really just threw something at it for Sunday, to be honest with you.
Well, it worked.
And it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, you got to remember 90% of the time you do something like that, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just get people caught up here for a second when Ryan just mentioned here about, you know, running the car with the right side on. This goes back to the whole pan-hard bar thing with the left side pan-hard and the right side. Grandview and Big Diamond have opted to make it mandatory to run right side. And most of the guys running everywhere else with a modified are running left side. So Ryan is at a little bit of a disadvantage coming into it because he's been running left sides the whole time. So I just wanted to clarify that for the listeners so they knew what was going on there.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So, you know, does the car feel dramatically different to you with this right side versus the left side?
For the most part if you ever see these cars wiggle back and forth,
oh yeah,
used to with the left side,
yeah,
you get a little less than that. As far as that goes, it actually the characteristics of car are the same.
Mm-hmm.
It just took a little bit of that abruptness out that it used to with the left side at Big Diamond and say Grandview.
Right.
It does make the car a little tighter on entry. So it's a little bit more trickier to set up because obviously you don't have the roll steer in the rear and,
gotcha.
Left side pushing down. So
right.
I think it's a little harder to set up than a left side just because of that reason,
That makes perfect sense. And I take it's a little less violent on your body.
I mean, you're still getting some of the characteristics of the coils. So
yeah,
it's still there, just not as erratic. It's probably, I'd say 40% less if I had to guess.
Right.
Seems like enough.
Yeah. and I tell you what, we cannot interview you here tonight. And again, we are so happy that you picked up the win and the championship there at your home track, New Egypt. But
yeah,
you had one of the nastiest, ugliest crashes I have ever witnessed in my life. And, man, from a mental standpoint, how do you even come back from that? Was it a difficult deal to climb back into the car? Do you just shake it off and say, hey, man, this is just the way it is and we got to move forward? Or what was your mindset going into that, especially after you saw the car for the first time?
Well, it's probably the most shooken up I was getting out of the car.
Yeah.
That I can remember. I mean, I know I did a couple years ago. I got in a pretty good one in New Egypt head on. But this one was just much differently in that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting hit from every angle, tumbling each way. So when it finally stopped, I had to actually check myself, and I usually don't have to do that. Usually I'm all right. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Yeah. Do a little inventory, huh?
Yeah. And I'm like, my breath was knocked out and I just, I was a little bit shaken up and I got in a car and I just wanted to get out. I don't know if anybody ever's in that position. You just want to get out. You don't want to stay in there. And, I was able to get out, but I didn't feel the greatest getting out. And, I think your adrenaline takes over from there. But I can tell you, I'm still having some effects. Like my elbow still hurts. My shoulder still hurts. There's some things that still ail me from that wreck that, these stubborn guys, we just don't go to the doctor.
No.
Better, but nothing that's going to keep us out from getting in the race car, but it took me a good, 2 to 3 weeks to, get back to feeling comfortable in the car again.
Yeah. That was the question I had. Like, you had a decent start to the season, then that huge wreck and now a great recovery. Was it all based on that? Were you just trying to regain your confidence, your comfortableness, your car setup and everything else, or what was that?
Yeah, and we actually, if you look at where we didn't have too much racing going on for that couple of weeks after that. Good thing. We had a couple of rainouts, and then if you actually look at our finishes, we weren't really doing great, and I just didn't know, is that me mentally or is that just our setup? And, we got to about the third week. I'm like, man, we really suck.
Yeah.
We just are not good,
Right.
and we couldn't put a finger on it, but we kind of went back to square one. And then, we just started trying to get a balance in the car again. And, then you end up forgetting about it after a few weeks later. But it did, to say that it's, the most, I never really been shooken up in a car, and I've been racing, over 20 years. So for that one, I was probably the worst shooken up. And the way the cage bent forward, and it kind of bent by my head, it bent it forward. But where the seat belts were, it kept the belts in the same. So the thing that hurt really the most was the middle of my chest, because the seat belts were compressing my chest more than it was anything else. Because the seat moved forward, but the belts didn't move, if that makes any sense.
I know, just watching that, and I watched it several times because it was just like, you got pounded. It probably felt like you were getting hit forever, like it was never going to stop. Yes, it just didn't stop.
No, and that's the thing. Like, it just kept going. Like, and I, me and Shepard talked after that, and, he raised his hands at the night, and we ended up, it was a total racing deal. It had nothing to do with anybody trying to do anything. But what I tried to explain to these guys, that they're running these plastic right side doors and quarters.
Yeah.
And the right rear quarters are spring steel on the right side.
Yep.
Well, like the normal ones were aluminum doors and stuff. They still got a right side body mount. And I think if that was still there, I think none of this accident would even happen. It would have shoved me off to the side, and I could have still gathered it back up. Once he came across, it kind of hooked my left front, and I could have took my hands off the steering wheel. It wasn't doing anything after that, because it hooked it, and then it was just on for the ride. So stuff we learned, and I can tell you the car couldn't have took another hit. If it would have took another hit, I probably, it would have been not good. So
different story.
Yeah.
Well, and I think what saved me is actually Shepard. If you guys remember watching that, Shepard was along the fence, and then he came off the fence, and that's when Sears hit him.
Okay.
And I'm actually grateful for that happening, because I don't think I could have lasted another hit, to be honest with you.
Man, that's scary to even hear you say that, honestly. Because like you're in the middle of that there, and jeez.
After a wreck like that, does the chassis manufacturer contact you and say, "Hey, let's take a look at this car"?
Yep, the next day he did.
Very
Randy,
good.
I could give the guy the utmost respect. He wanted all the pictures of the car, sent him everything, and he thinks, I know there's some updates this year going. By just that wreck alone in Sealands Grove, and I don't even want to mention the other one, but, just in the Sealands Grove one, he talked about it. So, which was good. And actually, Super Dirt Car Series Dirt called, and they said the same thing. Like, what is your thoughts? What could we have done better? What can we do better? So, first and foremost, you're just grateful for that. The seat belts in the car and everything, got you out of that car,
Yeah.
And then obviously for them to reach out to me, and they reached out to all the other guys that were in the wreck, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That is way cool. Kind of makes you feel like people got your back, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. That is very stand up. Well, thank the good Lord above that you walked out of there, you weren't hurt, and the car did its job. The safety equipment did its job. That's what it's there for, and thankfully nobody got hurt, because that is absolutely positively one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen.
Terrible.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. That all the safety stuff did its job, and that's all you can ask for.
Yep, exactly.
Hopefully, I don't have to ever be put through something like that again.
Yeah, you already tested it, Ryan. Don't do it again. You know it works. We have a question here from our good buddy Mike Feltberger. How did Ryan get hooked up with a 747 at Super Dirt Week a few years back?
What do you mean? How did I get hooked up with the 747 guys?
Yeah, that's all it says there. I'm not sure what that. Yeah.
So I met John Schmedlin many years, actually racing New Egypt. He was sponsoring a car. Well, he sponsored a car near us, East Windsor, forever.
Yes.
And he came to me, wanting to do something to, get his, number and colors out there. And at the time, I had really no sponsors. Had a couple, but nothing, that good. So that we hooked up for a couple years in New Egypt, and then we ended up doing, Syracuse from there. And it was, I think we were together. Me and John were together a long time. We did a lot of success with him. And honestly, I don't know if I would have even done as many wins as we ever had if it wasn't for him. Got me I thought he really got me on the map, we won races before John, but he kind of got me there.
Yeah. Well, that 747 is iconic. The color combination and everything, and you guys had a tremendous amount of success. Speaking of color combinations, I have to ask you this, and I think your car is so unique and so different. It's really nice. I'm assuming that Dan did it from Extreme. Is that correct?
What's that?
Did Dan from Extreme letter your car? The one you have now?
Who letter it, Dan?
From Extreme. Did Extreme?
Yeah, Extreme Graphics.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, that's fine. Where did the brown body come from? Because it's so different, it's so unique, and the color combination, what he did with the gold leaf with the numbers and Izzy's on the back there and everything, and the striping, he did a fantastic job. But it's so different and unique looking. I'm just curious as to where the color combo came from.
Okay, so Dave Izzy with Izzy Trucking and Rigging. If you go on his Facebook page, when he started, now his father started the business. I want to say they've been together over 50 years because they just had a 50-year anniversary.
Awesome.
So all his trucks are that brown and all that striping back in the day. I mean, it's been there for forever, that color. So when me and Dave hooked up, if you guys remember, I had all black car with the Izzy Trucking and Rigging back quarters, right?
Yep.
So we got to the 50th anniversary, and I says, Dave, you want to do something special? Want to do this? Dave's a pretty quiet guy. He's like, no. I says, no, let's do your trucks. Let's do the same color as your business, And that's what we did. So we have to take the panels and get painted.
Yep.
And then Dan does the striping and the gold leaf. And if you look on their Facebook page, you'll see where I mean by where the gold leaf is and all the striping. It's now that I should say it to you, you'll see the next time you get on 78 or something, you'll see an Izzy Trucking and Rigging truck go down the road.
That is so cool. That's an awesome backstory on that. Yeah. Bear and I were talking about that the other day, and I said, he's the only guy I know that has a brown race car. I've seen a few in the past, but like way back in the day, and in the land of graphics that all look the same nowadays, it's neat to have something that kind of stands out,
right,
and makes a statement. So that's a cool backstory. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, no problem. That's where, like, when I did the all black with the white 26.
Yes.
Like, everybody did a design, and I'm like, let me do this. And, I think the only other guy that did something like that, but he did a fluorescent orange, was Mark Johnson.
Okay.
So when I did the white, like, you look at that and, like, that car, believe it or not, a black car, it's the most black car that'll ever stand out.
Yeah.
You ever watch videos and stuff, it actually looks like a pretty clean,
it's very
simple
clean
car.
Yeah.
So,
Dan always does a great job on your stuff, so hats off to him.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's where now the brown, it's like, it's amazing how many fans and people come there and say, we see the trucks going down the road, so it's pretty cool.
And we will.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
so cool.
You will. I'm telling you, it's every time we go down like the turnpike or the whatever, we do see it. I mean, he's got a ton of trucks on the road. So
that is awesome. Ryan, we do have another question for you here in the chat. Who were his favorite drivers in his younger years? So who did you cheer for when you were just a bleacher creature like the rest of us were? Who did you look up to?
So my parents took me at 5 years old to Flemington Speedway. That's because we live in Ringo, so we went to Flemington, and my uncle was Stan Pulaski.
Yes.
So we went there to root for my uncle, and that's who I rooted for and dreamt the race since obviously I able to start doing something with go-karts and enduros.
Right.
And we really got to the racing game kind of late because my father passed away when I was 16, and then we just didn't have the funding. I mean, we couldn't do it. I remember I worked at a gas station for a whole year just to save up for my first street stock at East Windsor. And then that's where it started. But it's, so I looked up to Stan Pulaski, and obviously his rival was Billy Pouch. And then, and then after that, I kind of liked Richie Tobias, the white 17 car. That was cool after Stan got done.
Yeah.
And then obviously I liked Jimmy Horton and Kenny Brightbill. They guys, you had the Dutchess car, and then you had that was pretty cool at Windsor and Syracuse. And then, Brightbill with the gold 19 at Syracuse. So those are kind of the guys I grew up admiring just after, obviously, my uncle.
Right. Don't you miss those days at Syracuse when they put air packages on the car? I miss those days so bad. When it could get really
I do
creative.
and I don't, because you had to have a car sit in the corner shop. That's the only thing that they did. When we did 747, like that car, that's all ran there.
Yeah.
You got home, and then you had such air package on the car with the sheet metal. It was all cracked and junk anyway, but you still put it in the corner.
Right.
And then next year you'd peel it out of the corner about August and start doing it again.
Yeah.
So, I do miss Syracuse. Like, there's a part of me that'll never, like, Oswego's fun, but it isn't Syracuse.
Right.
I can tell you, sitting on the front stretch when my uncle ran when I was about 7 or 8, sitting on stage, I mean, that was probably the most wow thing that a kid could ever do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then to be able to actually race there, you got to remember, I was a dreamer when I was a kid growing up. I never thought it would either amount to anything or ever even come true. So
Right.
it was just pretty cool to actually finally do it after, watching it. And, I mean, I went to a ton of races when I was a kid up north, down south. I was really into it hardcore. So.
Yeah, I mean, you were just you were trying to learn the craft, I guess. You brought something up here that I did not even know. I didn't know that you ran a street stock, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. How many
We
years?
ran, I think 2 years, 3 years. I mean, the first year I ran, I had no idea where I was by myself. I had a landscape trailer, and I went to East Windsor by myself, unloaded it. I ran around the back, loaded it back up, and went home. Same thing all year.
Yeah.
And then my brother started helping me that following year. He was a good mechanic. He was, he's 5 years old or 6 years older than me. So
Yeah.
he was, he's the one that kind of got the mechanic version of the motors and stuff in line for me. And then we started doing good after that. So
Awesome.
Nice.
Another question here for you from chat from Missy Hoffman. Which driver from today is your favorite competitor?
that's a tough one. Favorite competitor?
Yeah.
It's a good one. Like, who do I cheer for or who do I like racing against?
Well, let's do both.
Let's do both.
Yeah, let's do both.
So I like, obviously, all these guys up north that, obviously I like racing against, like Prego and Shepard and them guys. They're always fun to race with, and you learn every time you race with them,
Yeah.
Stu. Down here, I don't know, we always have good battles. I mean, me and Billy Pouch Jr.'s had a great battle.
Right.
Me and Dane Bucks had good battles. It's Dylan Story. We've had good battles. So it's pretty cool to run against some of the kids. Now, it's finally you're able to see, like, this past year or so, how some of the younger crowd coming up, like a Logan Watt,
Yeah.
Yankowski.
Yeah.
They're starting to, you always wondered who was next, right? We're all getting older.
Right.
Well, who's next? And these kids got to keep it going,
They do.
So,
Yeah.
it's like you see that, like, running Watt on the restarts, Logan. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to play no games, and dude, that's just not his style. So it was,
Right.
it's pretty awesome to see him get second. This was his second attempt, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. He's phenomenal.
It's pretty cool at that young age that you felt confident enough that he wasn't gonna, pull anything stupid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's, some of these kids you don't know, but it's him. He's not going to do nothing. And,
Right.
Yeah.
so it's good to see some of the younger generation, but I still think need more because there's not enough. Like, I remember when I started in modifieds in New Egypt, I had my first year modifieds. I went up against Frank Cozy, Kenny Brightbill, Billy Pouch Sr.,
Jesus.
Jimmy Horton, Keith Hoffman. I mean, I had
Yeah.
5-6 guys. You're like, holy cow, it's hard to qualify.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fortunately, over the past couple of years, we have had a graduating quarter midget class with some amazing talent coming through. And I think we're going to be okay for the next few years. But, if you don't mind me asking, Ryan, how old are you these days? I mean, and
I just turned 50.
yeah. So, it's like I said, none of us are getting any younger, man. We need that.
Tanner Van Dorn right up the street. He's a young teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. With Tanner.
And it's hard, though. Listen, when I started, this stuff wasn't expensive. I could get, when I started modifieds, I think I got a frame and body for $6,000. Now they're $15,000. I mean, that just tells you, what the costs are. So but the problem is these frames aren't built like, back in the day, you could put a clip on them if you hurt them.
Right.
These frames, you put a clip on them, they may not work the same. It's just a whole different deal. Race cars, racing's just got very expensive.
It really has. Well, here's a little pick me up for you here, Ryan. Peyton Renninger says Ryan doesn't look 50. So there you go. You got a little compliment there.
See that?
That's good.
I tell you, I feel like it after this year.
Oh yeah.
I
I tell you what, sometimes it's a little tough, especially, as we touched upon that nasty wreck that you had there, but, phenomenal job Friday night, man. You kept the car underneath you all night long and just, man, you just nailed it. For 72 laps, you were solid the entire time.
Yeah, no, and I kind of knew, like, the hot laps and heat race, I was pretty tight. It was leaned over too hard on the right rear. Mm-hmm. We made some key adjustments between the feature, and you don't know how it's going to go. You just said, we're going to put our best foot forward, and this is what we're going to do. And I can tell you, it took me about 2 laps to get going in that feature. And then once it went, it really, I'm like, I got one guy, then I get to the next guy. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Then I got to Howard, and I got, Howard's been pretty strong. He's been pretty consistent all year. So,
yeah.
once I got under him and kind of drove away, got the trunk, and I'm like, we might have something here.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, is it going to go away? So then once I got the lead, I kind of just pedaled her back down and just try to keep it as straight and try to keep the car under me the rest of the way. And then I kind of thought maybe I almost gave it away. 1 and 2, I knew I wasn't really good on the bottom, and I just waited to go up top, and I probably should have went up top a little bit earlier than I did. But
but you never know.
Right.
Going into the start of the race, we had CVD on the pole and Jeff on the outside pole. I mean,
the front row.
It doesn't get a whole lot better than that. Right
everybody,
there. Yeah, exactly.
I saw a statement from Howard today that said he just can't believe he didn't win there this year.
I didn't even realize he didn't win there this year.
Neither did he.
Wow.
He was
smokes.
like, this is unheard of,
Yeah.
and it's true. But there's a lot of good competition.
It's just getting tougher and tougher. And I do have, Ryan, some more questions.
Well, how many races did we go through that CVD didn't get a win? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
He had a dry spell there, which is it happens. And it's just like a Major League Baseball player going through a slump. I mean, it just
exactly.
Happens.
Yep.
Speaking of baseball players, on a side note here, real quick, does your boy still play any ball yet, Ryan?
He does not. He works full time for state, so he's trying to get his life in together that way, and then we'll see what happens down the road. But yeah, it's just the whole COVID stuff kind of screwed him up with the high school and the first year of college, and you never get them years back. And it's unfortunate because he was going in to have a really good, successful, at least senior year in college years.
Yeah, because and I knew about this because I had a friend that worked at Penn State, and he called me up. He said, "Hey, you're a racing guy." He said, "Do you ever hear of Ryan Godown?" I said, "Yeah, I've definitely heard of Ryan Godown." He's like, "I hear his kid's a pretty damn good baseball player." I said, "I've heard that too." He said, "I want him." He said, "How do I get a hold of him?" And I remember reaching out to Ryan. I said, "Ryan, this is an odd request here." I said, "But Penn State wants your boy." So, and that was several years ago. So
yeah,
time flies, brother. It's crazy.
It does.
But no, God bless him. Wish him all the success in the world for whatever he gets into and he wants to do, man.
Well, that's it. Hopefully, eventually he gets back into racing or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see here. I do have some questions here for you. Listener wants to know if you are superstitious in any way, shape, or form. Do you have any superstitions?
Yep. Okay. Yes, I do.
Do you care to elaborate on them, or do you want to keep them to yourself?
Nope. I wear the same pair of underwear on race day that I do. I wash them, put it back on. I run the same underwear every time.
Good for you. Good for you.
And it's always the same, same color. It's like it doesn't. I won't even go to the races. So.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Tyler Koenig.
Stupid, but
no. Hey, you know what? The superstitions work. It's amazing. Tyler Koenig, who has Tyler's Racing Roundup here on our Lowdown Entertainment channel, wants to know. Ask Ryan what it costs for his first motor in the big blocks compared to today's cost. So, what did you spend for your big block back in the day, your first one, compared to today's big blocks?
I could tell you it was probably right around $25,000.
Mm-hmm.
For the first big block, and then now it costs probably between 60 and 70 for everything brand new.
$25,000 will get you a set of heads.
Yeah, that's We're living in a different world these days, my friend.
Wow.
Yeah, and you got to remember, like for us, it's even harder because we want to run big block shows, but you're only, our motors are our last 2 years before we got to freshen them up because we don't. So. It's just tough because we don't have enough big block shows down here to run it.
Exactly. Do you feel that the big block era is dying off, or do you think that New York is going to keep it alive and well?
I think New York's going to keep it alive and well. Okay, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Okay,
I think, you might only, like the Dirt Series it is. I like that Lernerville keeps them. What's Brewing keeps them. A lot of guys do keep them. Mm-hmm. You got to keep the big blocks. I mean, at the end of the day, we cut our teeth with, big block racing.
Right. Kyle Horning has a statement here that says, I don't know what Kyle means, but I just lost the damn thing. Where the heck did it go? Let's see. He said, I think his speed secret is partying the night before. It could be.
What did he say?
He said partying the night before. That's your speed secret. Speaking of partying the night before, are you coming to the Sixer? Or do you have other plans?
Yeah, we'll come to the Sixer Friday, but I usually go home, so I stay out of trouble.
Yeah, gotcha.
So one of my very first Sixers I went to, I stayed there. I remember I had my toter with the small trail.
Yeah.
And I got not good the next day. Like it was, my head was pounding.
Yeah.
We stayed up till about 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're not doing this again.
Yeah, it happens, brother. It definitely happens. Yeah. Ryan Graver says Sunday was one of the few times I've seen a top at Diamond. So, and I know.
Correct. And that's why, even like I was trying to say before, to run the bottom 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like you were afraid to go up there because ultimately all the racing I seen there all year, there was nobody up there.
Yeah. Throw the anchor out. Right.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Has the live YouTube broadcast brought him? Oh, here we go. Has the live YouTube broadcast brought him a bigger fan base? Do you have any information on that?
Oh, that's on New Egypt?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've gotten more hits on my, merchandise page and Facebook page.
Awesome.
From that, and I hear it from everybody. People that haven't raced it before, or seen it before. I mean, and to go be able to do it on YouTube, it just brings it in a whole different audience. And the numbers, I think Chris Moore's got the numbers of what it was last year and what it is this year, and it's pretty crazy. So I know he's building that. I know eventually it's, I'm not one that has nothing for me to worry about, but it did bring out New Egypt to have more views and people watching the race, which is good. That's what we need,
Yeah.
The only way to get them there is to be able to watch it. And they had a lot of good shows this year, a lot of different winners and a lot of different guys battling for the lead, which was good.
Right.
So,
yeah, Chris is doing a great job down there, and so is Nikki. Nikki's doing a great job with Dina, cruising around there in the golf cart, getting some interviews and stuff. It's just very festive down there. So
yeah, and the last couple of years, I seen more fans come back. Like the last year and a half, I'd say got pretty desolate.
Yeah.
But this year, not that every week's been that way, but I can tell you like 5 times I'm like, man, there's a lot of people there today. So that's a good sign because there for a while I'm like, I'm in the middle for hot laps now. I mean, I can count them with one hand here.
Yeah, it gets a little sketchy. And you got a lot of season left yet, Ryan. I mean, what kind of future plans do you have here over the next several weeks?
So we got Middletown Sunday this week. The next week we got Georgetown Friday, New Egypt Saturday. I'm not going to go to Fonda.
Okay.
It's just trying to get ready for Oswego and stuff. It's just too hard to go up there for 3 days to do it.
Yeah.
And then we got the Sixer, obviously. And then I don't know if the New Egypt's before Oswego. I just got to check. But anyway, we're going to do Oswego, Middletown, the All-Star, Charlotte, and then Hagerstown. I think I'm going to go to Hagerstown.
Nice.
And then obviously Georgetown's dirt race before Charlotte. We'll do that too. So we got a big chunk. That's the fun season.
It is.
You got the points behind you.
Yes.
You just go, and if you're fast, you're going to be up there, and if you're junk, you're going to be junk.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to,
it really is a tale of two seasons. Once that point ordeal is over, and then you could just kind of like relax and just go do your thing. Yeah, just go there what you're going there for, and that's the race. So
that's it.
It's pretty awesome. Ryan, I know you have a lot of people in your car that help you out. How would you like to give these guys a shout out for our loyal listeners to appreciate your sponsorship package?
Obviously, first and foremost, Izzy Trucking and Rigging. Dave's been great. And then, obviously, Ellery's Bar and Grill, Crescent Hydraulics, and Strober Wright Roofing's he's about the only sponsor on the race car. Has been there since I started. So that's pretty cool. Cool. Actually, I started working for him out of high school, and that's how he was able to help me my whole career. But we still stay in touch and stay tight. And obviously, Trick Race Parts, Bill Brown Productions, Supreme Heat and Cooling, Camp Out. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget nobody here.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Banco, Heating, Cooling, ESP Photos, and then obviously all my crew guys. My crew guys, it's just, I got a bunch of them, and I don't want to name each one because I don't want to forget any of them, but they're all important. Yeah. And they all do the same, and, we all set out goals every week, and we're all busting our butts in the shop. We just came from the shop, and just, it's a never end. You know how your races are won in a shop, and we're a firm believer in that. We try to pay attention to detail in every car to get it as best we can before we hit the races.
Absolutely, yeah. You got an awesome team, and it's been the up and down roller coaster year for you, but it's ending on a really high note, and I hope and pray that it continues to end on a high note for you for the rest of the season with all this extracurricular activity that you got.
If we can get to 6, that'd be great. That would be
that would be a home run. That would be a home run.
Nah. Well, we'll give it our best shot at everything, and whatever we are, we are. We just do our best, and however the cards fall, they do.
Yeah, it's Sixer deal's tough because with that draw, if you don't have a good draw, man, that's it could be a long night. It's $30,063, I think, this year because it's for the 63rd year of.
Well, you would know. You made the check.
Yeah. Well, I didn't make them. I designed them. I didn't actually put them into production yet. So. Yeah, Ryan, listen, we won't tie you up, man. We know you're a busy person. And, again, congratulations for an awesome win and just awesome championship. And, man, we wish you much, much success coming up for the rest of the season. And we just really appreciate your time.
Nope, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's nice to see you guys out there. I know a lot, I don't know why, but a lot of the PA guys booed me a lot. But I know a lot of you guys do enjoy when I come up and get to talk to a lot of you guys, and it's fun to support these races.
Oh man, we love to have you in. Let them boo when people boo you, man. That means you're doing something right.
That means you got the whole crowd on your side.
Exactly,
either one side or the other.
Exactly. No, keep doing what you're doing, brother, man. We really appreciate you coming and hanging out with us here tonight, and hopefully we're going to talk to you again real soon.
Go Broncos.
Don't even go Broncos. Don't even.
I'll be watching the Eagles game tonight, though.
All right, Ryan. Who are you going to be rooting for?
Oh, stop it.
Listen. I got to pick the Eagles over the Cowboys.
Thank you. Because I got to tell you this: Bear's wife, Mrs. Bear, changed and actually rolled into the studio here with a Cowboys shirt on right now. So,
oh, jeez.
Yeah, this is not good for me, man. I got an Eagles shirt on. I'm trying to represent, and I'm kind of getting beat up here a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But hey, listen, man, enjoy the game tonight, and like I said before, good luck to you for the rest of the season, my man.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right. Thank you. Brother. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Flying. Ryan Godown.
Always a good interview.
Always a great interview, man.
Question from his interview. How many people have won both the Sixer and the Cracker?
Ooh, I don't know.
Has it happened? I'm sure it's happened.
Possibly.
Got to ask Brian Whippy Whitman.
He would do. Yeah, he would know. Yeah, he would definitely know. Hi, Callie. Callie's in the house. She's on Missy's deal there. Callie is Missy's daughter. Hello.
Oh.
Johnny McGoey's in the house. Thank God. Go Birds. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, it seems to be this seems to be bird territory, Mrs. Bear, as she stands there with her hands behind her back, ready to choke me out with her cowboy shirt on. It's good stuff. We got to get our good buddy Kevan Schaeffer on the line. Would you mind giving him a call? You want me to give him a call? Do you have something to talk about?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about our sponsor as well. You call him up.
You talk about that.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Okay, while Joe dials up Kevin from the Dog Pound, I'd like to thank the following folks that you can see behind us on the TV. Smith Fabrications, home of Stage 1 Modifieds. Miss Laney Lick Racing. Pioneer Pole Buildings. Bears Inferno Armor. If anybody needs any Inferno Armor for the rest of the season or Christmas gifts or whatever, let me know. We got plenty in stock. Plenty of fire extinguishers. And we have the new fire extinguisher mounts that are now plastic and 3D printed. We got Sublimited Racewear, Aqueduct Water Transport, Roy Danner Paving, Weichel Sportswear, CTC Construction, Haddesty's Ace Hardware, VersaLift East, TSL Tim Shock Lab, Roselli Racing, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts. Can't thank Jim and Susie enough for getting us our camper and everything situated for SmackDown. We got Raceway Fire and Safety, Westchester Ace Hardware, proud sponsor of Team G, Geezer and Kathy, and S&D Bodyline. How's that call going there, fella? Yeah, Joe's trying to dial up Kevin. And sometimes people are not in an area where they can get a phone call. You never know. So I'm going to bring you back in because I like you.
That's unusual.
I know.
It's unusual that you like me.
I know.
Oh, he saw it. He'll be calling.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be calling. That's what we said. You ever meet Kevin?
I don't think so.
When we did the Dog Pound show, I don't think you were involved. So pardon me for 1 second.
Yeah. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to when you're doing a live show. But Mr. Kevan Schaeffer is on the other line from the Dog Pound, and we're going to interview him and tell us what he does. We're going to put him on mic number 2 right there, and we're good to go.
We are good to go. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, my God. It's
Turn
coming
that
through
down a
loud
little
and
bit.
clear, man. That is awesome. Kevin, first and foremost, the things that you and your brothers and sisters at the Dog Pound do for these racers at Big Diamond Speedway is phenomenal, and cannot thank you enough for your amazing hospitality. And I was so happy that I got to hang out with you guys on Sunday. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. I mean, it's something we all love, and we do it because we love it. And it's not just me and a couple other guys. It takes a village. I kind of messaged you that the other night.
Yes, sir.
And it means a lot. And we got a couple messages from guys on our page just thanking us for throwing $100 extra in
Wow.
in their pay envelope. So
Wow.
I mean that's what it's all about. Seeing these guys and having them thank us for what we're doing, and it's the fans that are buying T-shirts and buying stickers and doing things such as that drive this whole deal.
Absolutely. Now, you are a friend of the show. We had you and a couple other Pound members on a couple years ago. We did a cool live with you guys, but let's reintroduce you guys again because that was a few years ago. So what exactly is the Dog Pound at Big Diamond Speedway?
Okay, so it's really just a bunch of diehard fans who kind of got together and just started like spitballing ideas, and it took a few years to get everything rolling. But it happened kind of over, in 2007, 8, Gary Lillick, who is the track historian at Big Diamond.
Yes, sir.
He announces, he does all kinds of stuff. The guy's amazing.
Yes.
He had an old Big Diamond fan page in South Jersey, and we didn't know each other, some of us, and it was like, hey, let's meet here at this night. We kind of met up, and that's how it really started.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And then COVID started, and I was at my race shop, and we had a couple beverages one night. I came home, and I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? They do private Facebook pages now. Maybe we could do that. And I messaged Brad Keatsock, who is a Diamond Dog himself. And I said, hey, what do you think? Maybe we can get, maybe 50 people to hop on and make it kind of a fun thing and throw pictures up. And, here we are. We've it's not a ton, but we have I think it's over 3,000 members at this point.
You
so
do.
It's kind of neat.
Not too shabby.
No, it's no joke. And as a matter of fact, from our comment section right here in our live chat, Ryan Graver says, always have and always will love the Dog Pound. So people love you guys and just love everything that you guys do. It's just amazing. So you're sitting around one night, and this brainstorm comes in, and hey, let's get this page going, and everything comes to fruition. And how did you approach this with hey, let's just raise money for people, whoever's racing? Where did all these ideas come from? It's just everybody just brainstorming.
Yeah, we started the page, and it was like, hey, what can we do to help out? Because it's racing is a sport that, unless you're born into it, it's tough to understand the sacrifices that the drivers make, the drivers' wives make, their families make.
Yeah.
And it's like these guys, if you're running 2, some of them 3 nights a week, you're giving up your weekend for a whole summer. That's a lot. And, anyone that's been in motorsports knows that the frustrating nights outweigh the good nights. So anything we could do to add just a little bit to somebody's night that said, hey, I think it started out, our first thing we ever did was a hard luck night. I said, hey, let's give some money to somebody who just had a crappy night.
Right.
He got stuffed into the wall. He had, he couldn't even come out to take the green or something like that.
Right.
And that's how it started. And it was just, at that point, honestly, it was just people just donating money for no reason. Like, we didn't have stickers. We didn't have anything. It was like, hey, let's just put money together. I remember the first year at the Coal Cracker, I was like making posts on Facebook, and people were like, oh, I'm good for this. I'm good for that. And people were just giving us money, which was like incredible. I was like, wow, this has some
cool.
That is so awesome.
This has a little traction here if we do things the right way.
Yeah, for sure. So now you have a whole itinerary of contingency awards here that you give out. Can you just name a few, or if you want to go down through the whole list, like even from Sunday, like you gave away a boatload of money just on Sunday alone.
Yeah, if we talk about Sunday, we added $100 to each starting spot from 15th to 24th for the Coal Cracker. So it started 600 and they ended up getting 700. So that was 1,000 there.
Right.
And then, after that, we did the driver who highest in points at Big Diamond all year, but doesn't make the Coal Cracker. Had a tough night. It was Rick Laubach, and he ended up getting $300 from us.
Nice.
And then we did a hard luck award to, $250 for the modifieds, $150 for the sportsmen, and $100 for the road runners. And, every one of those guys that we gave it to were like, thank you so much. It was a terrible night, but this helped us out a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. I mean, that's why we do it. Like, we go in there and it's like for them to be appreciative and we pass that on to everyone that helps us. It's just, that's why we do everything. And then
so amazing.
We threw one other one out, which we kind of keep secret. We do it different every year, but we did the first modified driver who was driving that night, who came out to the dog pound to say hello before the races, got $100.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was Ryan Godown, and he always comes out to see us.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have a lot of time, he'll come out just to say hello. He doesn't race there all that much as he used to, but always a friend. And then we also did perfect attendance awards for all three classes. We gave $100 for each class. So for the Coal Cracker itself, it was $2,200, and
wow.
It was. We did a lot of work to get to that point, and we're very blessed to have people who help us out. So
yeah, it's amazing what you guys knew. That was just $2,200 just for Sunday. Do you have a tally for like the entire season?
I do. For the season, it ended up it was $3,608, and
wow.
How we landed on 8 was for the Georgie Stevenson. We gave 177 to each guy in each class that finished in the 7th spot. So it was just we picked a number,
right?
And that's how we did it. And then in the beginning of the year, we did a lucky 13, somebody who got 13th place.
Mm-hmm.
They got, mods 250, crate 150, roadrunner 100. So
nice.
We just kind of throw an idea out there. Here's what we want to do. And we went with it.
I love the whole concept.
It's just amazing. And I tell you what, I talked a little bit about the food spread up there, Kevin. It was overwhelming to see the amount of food up there, and the variety of food is just unbelievable. And you have that going on every year at the Coal Cracker, don't you?
Yeah, and that's kind of like Brad's brother, Doug. He's not a Facebook guy, but if anyone goes to the races, they would know Doug.
Yeah,
he's been
great guy.
Racing a long time.
Yeah,
and he coordinates everything. Okay, who can bring a table? Who can bring this? Who can bring that? And everyone chips in. And it's like, all right, I'm going to bring walking tacos. I'm going to bring hot dogs. I'm bringing pizza.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the whole gist of it. It's not any one person. It's just a bunch of people that like to have fun and like going to the races and want to help support the racetrack, because
mm-hmm.
That in motorsports, the squeaky wheel, it seems like that's all you hear is negativity, negativity.
Yes.
And, I was so happy to see an outstanding race on Sunday and,
yes.
End the year on a high note and, move forward and, look at the positive things, because there are way too many negatives in everything.
We totally agree. And that's why we do this podcast. Yeah. This is why, Barry and I do this little live thing here, because we want to, there's too much negativity, on the interwebs and all the social media platforms and everything. we don't love the sport because it's negative. There's a lot of positive things. I've met some of the greatest people I've known in my life through this sport here. And, here, Johnny McGoey, Kevan is an absolute unicorn of a guy. Glad to know him. And a huge thank you to the Dog Pound, making racers want to come to the track. So and that's the sentiment from everybody. So
yeah, and that's why you do it, and for what you guys do, and allowing us to come on like you did a couple years ago, and again here, that's special, and I'm really appreciative of that. We all are. There's also other things that we do. I talked about a little bit last time when I was on, but we do weekly. We do a pool, racing pool, where it's $5 a pick. And our buddy Dan Hatter, if you know Dan Hatter, I mean he's been around racing forever. He's a tri-track guy. He's a Big Diamond every Friday, Grandview every Saturday, and he just loves racing and he loves helping out. And he and his girlfriend Kim and her friend Heather, they run the whole show, and sometimes we have 3 or 4 pools running.
Oh, wow.
Guys are I know myself, I'm like, all right, I'll take 4 picks. And, I use my name, my wife's name, my daughter, everyone. And it's just a fun thing. But I mean, that's just a little bit that, the winner ends up getting 100 and then he gives the Dog Pound 20. So whoever wins, you're getting money. And then he came up with another idea where he has a bunch he has 25 through 75. He called it the money ball this year. He had balls that weren't used. And we started doing that same deal. And then the winner got 200, the Dog Pound got 50. So it was just neat. It's like a fun way to just have fun out there and make it an event, kind of like even, how it gets throughout the season. It gets, if you're there week after week, which beginning of the year we weren't there because of the weather.
Correct.
But it can get mundane, but it's always fun. It's always interesting.
Oh, it's amazing. So I'm going to, and this is from Tara Rochelle. This is absolutely awesome. So there's some more accolades for you.
Every track needs a Dog Pound.
Every track does need a Dog Pound. So
honest to God,
I don't want to assume, but can we hope that the Dog Pound will be back in 2026?
Oh, sure.
Good.
Yeah, we'll be ready to roll.
Excellent. And if we get some patrons to come up there and check out this whole Dog Pound thing, and somebody wants to donate to the cause, how do they go about doing it? How can anybody raise any money for you? Do you just take cash? Do you have any merchandise to sell?
They can Venmo, they can cash, they can send cash. If they want to message me on Facebook or whatever on our page, more than welcome to message myself or Brad Keatsock, and we'll put you in the right direction, and we try to do things the right way, and we try to make it fun for ourselves and for the racers. I mean, that's what it's all about.
And I know you have hoodies and t-shirts and you have merch to sell and everything like that. So that's always a huge bonus.
And we can thank our friend. I don't know if you know the Toll Taker. He goes by the name the Toll Taker.
I've heard of him. Yep.
Scott Hanley's come off he used to be on the South Jersey page, and you know how it was back before Facebook. You couldn't put a face with a name.
No, you couldn't.
And it's just like everyone was incognito, and he showed up one night at the Dog Pound. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's the Toll Taker.
This is the guy.
He's from Jersey, and he came in. He said, you guys need to get t-shirts, and we laughed them off. We're like, we would never sell any. We would never. That's not going to work. And now we're selling between a decent amount of t-shirts every year.
That is so cool.
That was his idea that we laughed at. I'm like, that's never going to happen. And now it's like a normal thing. We've done it like this. I think it's our 5th year in a row.
This is so cool. I heard a request for can koozies with Dog Pound.
I heard that one earlier too, so we're gonna have to get that one rolling here. If anyone knows who can hook us up with a good deal on can koozies, that would be cool.
Yeah, these are great people. They can be reached at Facebook. It's Big Diamond Speed. Is it Big Diamond Speedway, the Dog Pound, or
it's just Big Diamond Dog Pound?
Big Diamond Dog Pound.
Private page. They can request us and reach out.
Or reach out to Kevan Schaeffer. It is Kevan. It's Kevan. Schaeffer. So Kevin's a great guy, as you can tell here. So it's, again, just absolutely positively blown away with what you guys and gals are doing. And so happy that I could hang with you guys on Sunday, and always look forward to working with you guys every year. It's always been a blast. And I hope we keep the tradition continuing on, my friend.
No, thank you. You'll be getting the message from me because you are the godfather here that made the logo.
Yeah, I'm the
OG.
guy. Yeah, the OG.
The OG, and you still do the new ones. And when I ask you, hey, can I get one that's going to look like Thanksgiving just to put on the page? Within a half hour, I get a new one. So that just shows, that you're up for the cause, and
always.
I appreciate that.
Anything you guys ever need, man, I got your back. There's no question about that. And if there's anything that not just myself, but if Bear and myself through LDE can ever do for you and or the pound, never, ever hesitate to reach out.
I think it would be fun one week to come up and do part of a show from up there.
Should we do it live?
Yeah.
And we could film some stuff up there and, just have a good time, kind of show what it's like.
All we need is a really good hot spot, and we can rock and roll.
Okay.
We can, honest to God, we can make that happen.
Make sure it's early in the night because people up there like to stay hydrated, if you know what I mean.
There's a lot of hydration. There was a lot of hydration going on Sunday for sure.
There sure is. And that can hole, that's another thing.
The can hole. Yeah. Explain that. Explain that to us, Kevin.
Danny runs that. So, we have 3, if you remember Keystone Light, maybe, I don't know, a few years ago, 5-10 years ago, on their 30 pack, they created like a hole in the side. You could pop it out. Mm-hmm. Once it's empty, you throw a can, you could throw it in, kind of like cornhole or bago, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So we created 3 of our own. So there's 3. The middle one's a little smaller than the other 2. You give Dan $5 in the beginning of the day. Whatever you drink, whatever you consume, after you consume it, we take the tab off. The tabs go to Jeff Strunk's mom, who takes them to the children's hospital.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
So if you would, I don't know if you saw the tub up there the other day, but that thing was stocked pretty solid.
It had more than one in it for sure.
More than one for sure. So there's quite a few, but you put $5 in, and then if you make it, you would take home the pot that night, and it keeps rolling over. So it's just a cool thing that, gets people to, hey, we're contributing a tab there, but if I make this, I can win some money, and it's just a neat thing.
And it's just more interaction with everybody. Everybody's engaged in doing stuff.
Keeps it fresh.
And everybody's in such a good mood there. I mean, there's not no pissy face or anything like that anywhere, man. Everybody's just in a great mood, and everybody's having a good time. It was so nice to see your lovely wife there on Sunday, and we need to give Kevin a huge shout out. He's got a beautiful little baby girl, and so he's a girl daddy now. And you know what it takes to be a girl daddy, Bear. It's a different thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And I got to give my wife some props too, because beginning of the year I told her, I'm not going to be able to go that much here and there. And, there was a couple weeks where I rented the race, which is nice to have, because if that wasn't an option, I probably would have been climbing the walls. But I went way more than I probably should have, and she kind of dealt with the punches. But most people in racing know the deal there.
Yeah,
it's kind of
absolutely. She's a trooper. She's an absolute sweetheart, man. You hit a home run with that one, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that, and you're correct.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we won't tie you up. I know you're a busy guy. Thank you so much for spending time here. I know this was kind of a last-minute deal, and I was going to present all the information about the dog pound, and Bear said to me, why don't we just have Kevin come on and let him talk about him? Like, why didn't I think about that? So
Bear must be I think Bear's the brains of the operation.
There's no question about that.
She's sitting across from us in a cowboy shirt.
Yeah, it's actually Mrs. Bear is the absolute brains of the operation, and then Barry's second, and then I'm sucking hind tit. I'm way behind.
Nice.
So,
and did I hear somebody's wearing a cowboy shirt?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
My man, that's my team.
No.
Yes, finally one on our side.
No. Kevin, I used to be buds with you.
Watch this, Kevin. I got the mute button for Joe. Bye, Joe.
See how he just mutes me out like that?
Yeah, I see that.
We had a good run, Kevin. We had a good run.
Yeah.
So.
I still got your back, brother.
I love it. Well, hey, thank you guys for everything that you do. It's amazing. I listen all the time.
Thank you so much.
Everything, and it's neat hearing some of the stories that you wouldn't hear from drivers. And like I said, the positive stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned in about 2 minutes for Ronnie Dunstan.
Ronnie Dunstan's going to have some stories, so it's going to be some very interesting things going on here. Well, Kevin, I love you, brother, and looking forward to talking to you and seeing you again real soon.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you,
Kevan.
sir. Take care, Kev.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I got to get to the dog pound.
It's the place to be, man. It's the place to be.
Yep. Like
Everybody
we were
there.
up at Diamond, 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, it's
Heard of it,
Such good people, such really good people.
Got to get up there and
It had slipped my mind that Richie Rich and I handled the dog pound interview a couple years ago down at Post 5954 in East Greenville. So you did not make that trek.
No, not that I can remember.
No, you were not there. Actually, Scotty Deal was the director that evening. He was in control of the board. Connor Allen was there. Speaking of Connor Allen, I saw Connor Allen Saturday night. Yes, I just hit you with that. Saw him Saturday night at Grandview Speedway. I haven't seen Connor in a long time, so it was nice to catch up with him.
Young kid slash.
Get married next year.
Growing up.
Yeah. He's he's a man now.
He's a man.
Yeah.
He's an Eagles fan, too. Another weirdo.
Squeeze me, I baking powder?
Mm-hmm.
God bless America. Well, why don't we take a brief memento to get Mr. Dunstan in here, and let's see what he's got to say. It looks like he's got a lot of stuff to say.
Let's hit some tunes here for a minute.
Let's do it. We'll be right back with some more Lowdown Entertainment. Hold tight.
All right. Joe's helping Ronnie get mic'd up here.
There we go.
It's going to be a good one.
And we are back.
That Ronnie, it's going to be a little loud in your ears.
We are back with some more Lowdown Entertainment. Joining us right now live, this is an absolute honor for us, and I know it's a huge honor for you because this is your idol right here.
Yeah,
None
he's
other
all right.
than the living legend himself, Mr. Ronnie Dunstan. So happy to have you here. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
Good. Is your wife still beating you up?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just unreal. Unreal. I saw she had to put a Band-Aid on you already coming in here.
Oh,
yeah, just getting here.
Yeah,
bleeding.
just to be here.
Yeah, well,
Now, she's saying she can't control him. I think it's the other way around. So, where do we even start with this?
First, I got to turn my phone down.
That's probably a good thing.
I'm new here.
I saw that.
It's my first day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've interviewed Dunstan at the house and here and there and around here, but I don't know that he's ever been on the air with us live. I don't think, but who knows?
No, I don't think so.
Mike says toughest modified owner to run for. Oh, he's asking you.
Yeah,
People are asking you
Oh,
questions.
Yeah, they're asking
already.
you questions, right? Who was
the toughest modified guy you ever ran for?
geez, that's pretty hard, I think.
Ben Hur.
Yeah. That was back at that time. I think Walt Garrett, really.
Walt Garrett.
Yep, that was down in New Jersey, the 2A.
Oh, yeah. We've seen lots of those. Thank God for Facebook, because I get to see pictures of those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one right. Bring that over by Ronnie there, that car.
Oh, this car right here?
Yeah, I picked up that little gem at Motorsports.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You remember that unit?
Did they put that on there so you
Oh,
know which
yeah.
car to get into?
That's,
Is
yeah.
that what it is? Okay. That's
That
what it
was
is.
why.
That's why.
Because if not, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. You just now, Ronnie, you have raced all over the continental United States.
Yes, I have. We've been fortunate.
Yeah, and what a story career you've had. And I know it's a cliche to ask this here, but seriously, what do you think? Can you narrow it down to one or two tracks that were your absolute favorite? And which ones did you hate the most?
The best one I think I liked was Sealands Grove.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big track,
Fast.
fast.
Ooh.
I just liked it. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran real good up there. We've always had a good car. And you just run on a track where nobody else is running,
Mm-hmm.
and you can run pretty good
And you-
if you keep together.
And you ran a lot of late models up there, correct?
Yes. Late models and sprint cars.
Wow. What do you think your least favorite track was to attend? Which track made you struggle the most?
Oh, boy. Grandview, really.
Really?
And it was a good track. It was a fast track. I just had problems there
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't getting crashed or nothing. It was just, it didn't work for me for some reason.
Yeah. It's a tricky track. It really is. It really is.
Ronnie, how long you think we've been traveling together? 40 years? 35 years?
We've got to be close to 40.
Been damn
Wow.
near 40
Close
years.
to
That's
40.
awesome.
This
You-
guy has taken me all over the country, really, and I met a million great people because of him. And we were doing that interview at SmackDown at Kokomo, and the Australian folks, Anna, the guy's wife, Troy's wife, said, "Why are you so passionate about USAC and wingless sprint cars?" And I said, "This guy right here. I mean, I guess if when I met you we were running late models or wing sprint cars, maybe I'd have a different outlook in life. But he introduced me to the USAC family, and I still love it."
Kind of locked in from there.
Yep.
So it's all your fault, Ronnie, for just just dragging them around. But no, you took care of him, and look how he turned out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He turned out all right.
I'm
seriously.
trying to figure that one out, too.
Yeah,
But,
it's still a question in my head too.
I blame Peepers. It was all his fault.
Yeah, I've heard this name. I never met Peepers, but
Yeah.
I hear this name Peepers a lot. So,
Well, that's the 777 right behind you. I
Yep.
got my two heroes cars right here.
uh-huh.
Yep, I ran for him, I don't know how long. I guess only a year.
Yeah, a year or two.
Yeah.
It was a good year, though, because that's when
Oh,
I
yeah.
came along.
Yeah, it was a fun year.
Yeah. So, you ran all kind of stuff too, as far as late model sprint cars, modifieds. What do you think your favorite division was to race in? What did you have the most fun in?
Oh, boy. I loved everything. As
That is
long
so
as it
cool.
had four wheels on and a steering wheel, I guess I liked it.
Good for you. That's an awesome answer.
Lots and lots of legend car wins.
Yeah. The Legend Series, that was a good series,
Mhm.
really.
Tara says him and Mom have been together for 34 years, and it's been the best years of my life.
That's because
With him
she's
in it.
known me all 34.
I don't hear her bragging about that. Was it tough to go from an open wheel car to a modified?
No, not really. Matter of fact, I went from the stock cars, which I built, my first one, and I went to open wheel. Then I came back to modifieds,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to late models, came back to modifieds, sprint cars. I was very fortunate to get these rides that people would call me up.
Yeah.
Will you? Do you? Yeah, why not?
Heck yeah.
Sure.
What do you think about the cost in today's racing compared to, like, what do you think you spent on, like, this car right here? This is sitting in front of us. We have a visual right here. How much do you think that engine cost you to build that back in the day?
Boo.
Did you a lot of times you went to the junkyard and you were innovative and you did your stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. You're talking anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000, I'd say, somewhere there back then. But like my first race car that I built was a flathead.
Yeah.
And it was a good one. I had 3 3/8 for 4 1/8.
Right.
And I had like about $800 in that.
Wow.
Wow,
$800.
big time.
And you were kicking everybody's butt.
Wow.
Yeah, it worked. My fourth race out of Darney Park, I won with it, and it was pretty good. But I had so many guys helping me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys that used to race. It was built out at a place called Willie the Welder. He used to come to all the racetracks with his truck to weld, and he turned around, and guys used to be there all the time and told me, "No, do this to the car, do that to the car. How about this?" So I built that car, and it was a good car before I ever sat in a car. So,
isn't it amazing that no matter who we talk to, even an icon like this gentleman right here, and Ryan and all the other guys and gals that we've had on, these guys wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for good people behind them.
Absolutely.
And they say it all the time. It's just absolutely amazing.
It's true.
Just here's a news flash here. Michaela Kohler has sent us a photo from the port.
Not raining at port. Doesn't look like it's raining at port.
So, Melissa, thank you for sending that over to me. Thank you for giving me a heads up in chat there that you sent that to us. So we appreciate that.
I like Jason Kohler's comment, and I'm going to read it out loud. It says, "There's 2 legends in the house, and then there's Joe Adams."
And there's me. Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
Jay, I love you, brother.
Nah.
A little bit. Love you. Mean it. For real.
Ronnie, back in the day, back at Dorney Park, they had ostrich races. Did you ever get to ride an ostrich out there?
no, but I remember them having that.
And me too. I remember George Wombled on one.
Yes. He actually ran one, and they had to restart because the ostrich that he was running turned around and started going the other way. I remember that. That was
Oh, boy. Oh, Morgan. Morgan has something to say here. What was the most exciting win throughout your racing career? You think they would have talked about that over like Thanksgiving dinner or something?
Probably meeting me.
Meeting you?
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty
that
low
had to be
light.
it. That had to be it.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Next question, Morgan. So for those that don't know, Ronnie lineage here, you got Morgan Rochelle, Tim Henry, Tyler Henry,
Zach
Jason
Beeler.
Rochelle, Zach Beeler, Pat Beeler. You know,
They're all
Craig Rochelle, Paul Rochelle. This is one big giant family, and at one point they all ran legend cars together. And how much hell was that on you, Glenna? How much did you have to put up with all the Rochelles and the Henrys and the Dunstans all in the same race?
All racing together. It was horrible.
I know. I was there. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Who do you cheer, when they're all racing? One
Yeah,
does
what-
good, one does good, one crashes. How do you change your emotions when you walk to each one?
And then you got to drive home with one.
And
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, what Glenna was explaining behind the camera here was there's so many people that
The whole
races in
feature,
her, the whole feature
24 cars.
is her family. Like, who do you root for? Like, what somebody's doing well and somebody's not doing well, so it's tough. You have your hands full.
Oof.
But don't take it out on him. Stop
Here's-
taking that out on him.
This is why we like this show with the live chat. So Zach Beeler says, who was fastest, you, Jason, or Timmy?
Oh,
I think I got to go by I had more features than any of that.
yeah,
Good call.
yeah, good move.
I ain't saying I was faster. I'm just
Good move.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that Ronnie also drove AJ Foot's tractor trailer. Is that a true story?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Let's talk about that. How did you get hooked up with AJ Foot? How did you end up in the front seat with a steering wheel of AJ Foot's tractor trailer?
Oh boy. I was running out of Eldora, I think it was, and I broke a lifter in the block, and I pulled in from warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Backed up. I said, we got to pull it apart. I pulled the injectors off, everything else like that. And I was the only one at that time that had a tent.
Oh.
Which I made myself out of 1/2 and 3/4 electrical conduit and taped stuff on it. So a lot of guys were underneath it, including AJ. I had no idea who, what, when, or where. But I pulled the injectors off, everything but the heads, and got this thing back together and put it. 2 days later, I got a call. Are you going to come work for me?
Wow.
And that's when it started.
Wow.
He said, if you can take a car, a Silver Crown car, rip it apart, put it back together, and go out and finish third,
Mm-hmm.
he says, close enough for me.
Yeah. He needed you on his team. That's amazing. It's a cool story.
And me as a kid, 15, 14, whatever I was, pulling into Indianapolis Motor Speedway, right into AJ Foyt's garage, like we own the effing place.
Exactly. Like, yeah, arm hanging out the side.
That's where it
there,
all
like,
started,
yeah.
you know? Like, I didn't start being an asshole today.
I think you pretty much started the moment you hit air when you were born. That's just my opinion. But
It was
Do
moments
you
like
just-
that.
yeah.
We Ivy Leagued from there.
no, and it's true. It puts you at a different
You're
level.
damn right.
It really does.
And it taught me a lot of respect, and that's
Yeah.
why the Rolodex is the Rolodex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm always-
because of this guy who taught me how to talk to people.
Yeah, I've always said Bear has the most impressive Rolodex out of anybody. The names and contacts he has in that cell phone are just second to none. It's absolutely amazing.
But yours is first.
Well, it's alphabetical order. Adams.
Yeah, Adams.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I meant.
Puts me at the top of the heap. It's not by priority. It's just I just have an alphabetical advantage.
Actually, I had the first, I was the first one to have AJ Foyt's car. He called me up and told me to bring the car from Texas. He flew me down, loaded the car, checked everything, brought it up to Indianapolis,
Nice.
up to the thing. All the big Mojaves are there,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And he's talking about running late models at Indianapolis. And most of them said no.
Yeah.
But the guy in charge, he said, yeah, let's see how that will go. I brought it up. He told me, go over it, make sure everything's all right,
Mm-hmm.
and take it out, make sure it's safe for somebody to drive.
Right.
So, felt good to me. And he started putting all these people in. So that was just basically, was I the first one to ever have a late model?
It sounds
in
like it.
Indianapolis?
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. Man, to be part of this history, it's just absolutely amazing. Now, do you still follow a lot of racing today?
Yeah, especially the kids.
Yeah. Like you guys reside in Florida.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys being up here. It's getting a little cool now for you
Oh.
guys. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We miss those 90-degree temperatures for these guys here, but do you get to watch stuff on Flow or Dirt Vision or anything like that?
Yeah. Down home, we watch all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like people say, flow keeps people from going to the races, but in their case, flow allows them to watch their grandkids race.
It's true.
It
Yeah.
kind of goes both ways.
It does. It's a
They
catch-22.
can't come to the track because they're 1,000 miles away. Just
Right.
doesn't logistically work out.
No. So, what do you think of today's racing? Do you think that, obviously one of the biggest things as far as today's racing goes, obviously, is the cost. The cost is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Race cars today and racing people today used to be able to start out and go racing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a deal. Pay this guy this much money to come drive your car and pay this guy and back up. It's a big, big money circle.
It really is. It has changed. You don't have the people starting at a lower class and cutting their teeth and
No.
working their way up. It's what everybody calls daddy money. Daddy money
Oh,
buys
yeah.
in. And but Do they make better race car drivers, in your opinion?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because a lot of these young drivers have no idea how to work on a car.
And then some.
I'm gonna stop you there for a second, and that's when talking about this Australian family I met. Briggs was pitted right across from them, and they said, "I admire that kid right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the only kids in the pits that knows how to work on his car, and you see him working every day."
True story.
Yeah. Yep. They pointed that right out.
Yeah, that art is lost, and that's why I'm so impressed with some of these young guys coming up. And I'm going to use Logan because Logan was the last show that we did here. Logan's what a talent this young man is at 16, and he's been in that shop that of his father's and mother and father's working on these race cars since basically he was still in diapers, and he knows what's going on. And I really appreciate that for him because and I think it just makes you a better driver. I really do, because you just understand what's going on.
Well, you can see a lot of this too. You see an accident happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can see it happening. Cars spinning sideways, starting to lift up.
Mm-hmm.
Why are the guys in the back still on the gas racing?
Full throttle, full send.
You already got, no matter what, they're going to go to the previous lapper.
Right.
When you restart.
This is true.
But no, they stand right on it and run into you. And,
Ronnie, the one thing me and Joe talk about all the time is oversaturation of racing. Back in the day, we used to have a Saturday night track and a season from April to September.
Yeah, April to September.
Then
that
you
was
take
the season.
6 months off and you rebuild your cars and you get ready.
Yep.
Now you can race 23 tracks a night,
Mm-hmm.
365 days a year.
It's true.
What do you think about that?
Well, it's eventually going to put people that went to the stands all the time are going to start saying, it's too expensive.
Can't afford to go.
We're seeing it now. I've been preaching this even back to the low down and dirty days, that I said as far as business 101 is supply and demand, and right now the supply far exceeds the demand. I don't think there's less and less cars and people at each venue that I go to over the years.
Yeah.
And I really don't think that there's less people racing the cars. I think there's still a decent amount of people racing cars, but now, like just in the sprint car division, we have a 305 division, we have a 358 division, a 360 division, a 410 division. Then I can hop into a legend car. I can hop into a junior slingshot or an all-star slingshot, a 600 mod, a 600 wingless micro, 600 wing micro. I can hop into a 125 micro, wing, non-wing, 270 wing, non-wing. Although most of that stuff for the 125s and 270s is winged, but they do have some shows that go wingless. Man, what else? There's
100 divisions.
Yeah, we got a 602 crate. We got a small block modified. We got a big block modified. As we talked to Ryan Godown earlier, $70,000 for
$70,000 for a big block.
What's a 410 going for now? We've heard numbers anywhere from 80 to 120 on some of these new deals.
Yeah.
Well, that's
with
nothing to
$30,000 and $40,000 rebuilds.
Yeah, that's no joke.
No.
So yeah, there's way too much stuff going on. I've been preaching this for a long, long time, and if I piss anybody off, you're just gonna have to deal with it. We need to cut back on the midweek shows. We should just be racing on the weekends, because
it used to be a special deal like Memorial Day Monday or Labor Day Monday. Man, that place would be packed.
It's not special anymore.
Who gives a shit?
It's another race.
Yep.
Because if I don't go to that race on Memorial Day Monday, I'll go somewhere else the following
Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's just too much.
I already spoke to people too. They'll say, well, I can go here next week or there's something like that, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do because should I or shouldn't I?
Right.
Or what can I afford? How many times can I afford this?
Exactly.
And they used to be at the races every Friday night and Sunday. Or
correct.
Every week.
Yep.
They used
Faithful.
to be something. Not now. They can't afford it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is still Mike Feltenberger. Reading went from March to late October, early November.
Yeah.
Now we're starting, Pat Bueller says, and I think that's why there's way less respect out on the track. That goes back to the bought drivers just hopping in and
helmet bag.
Yep.
Yeah. Appreciate you tuning in, Pat.
Well, it's also, the big thing of it is, there's somebody out there with a car. It's a good car, a fast car, and they're going fast. And something happens in front of them, they don't know what to do. So they run into them.
Yep.
So I don't think it's a good deal.
And it doesn't matter because hopefully they don't get hurt.
Yeah.
And they go back to the pits. And no matter how balled up and wadded up the car is, somebody's just going to buy them a new one and they'll be back next week.
Yep.
And that's where the disrespect factor comes in.
Well, a couple weeks ago, there's 3 USAC top guys that are not racing right now because they were crashed after their accident.
Yeah.
With cars coming in, hitting them.
Coming in late.
Put them, they flew them to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yep. Broken hands, broken backs, broken wrists, broken
Scary.
foot. You know.
Yeah. It's just, you see an accident and tell me you can't see it.
Right. Right.
Get off the gas. Don't get on the brake, please. Get off the gas.
Bill Esterly says $80,000 motor to win $3,000 for a regular show in PA. Something doesn't add up.
Yeah, that just doesn't.
No,
make
none of it
sense.
adds up. It really doesn't. And we're